For average citizens of many of the involved nations, the Second World War brought blackouts, bomb shelters, and food shortages. I had family living in both America and Great Britain during the war. My aunt, to this day, still has a table from my great-grandmother that has shards of glass lodged into it from the Blitz. Leading up to the war, Great Britain imported large amounts of food from other territories in order to feed their country. But when war broke out, German U-boats immediately started bombing these shipments, leading for the Great Britain to import much less food. Now naturally, Britain turned to rationing to solve this food shortage so that people would get evenly distributed food, and so no one would go hungry, or at least more hungry than everyone else. Every family was given their own rationing book, where a shopkeeper would make a check mark in it every time that family would get their week's rations. Everyone was forced to either work without or with much fewer of common baking ingredients like eggs, butter, sugar, milk. All of these things were rationed. In order to combat these shortages, many recipes were created that either lacked or had much fewer of these common baking ingredients, like this recipe right here, my great-grandmother's blueberry cake. Alright, first things first, we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees, and we're going to grease and flour an 8-inch square baking pan. You can see here I've already done that. We're now going to take a mixing bowl and put in 1 cup of sugar and a 1/4 cup of shortening. We're now just going to bring this lad over to the mixer and mix it all together. Now once that's mixed together, we're going to beat in our egg. While that's all mixing together, we're going to stir together in a separate bowl 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we're just going to come back over to our mixer and add our dry ingredients, alternating with 1/2 cup of milk. All we have to do now is stir in 2 cups of blueberries, and then we're done. Alright, so we're just going to evenly spread it into our pan and pop it in the oven for 45 minutes. Alright, and there we have it, a perfect wartime blueberry cake. Tune in next week when I teach you how to make a coronavirus bleach hand sanitizer cocktail. Thanks for watching.